Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. I want to do a quick video today to answer some questions and some comments we've had on some other social media platforms involving sand. This is the sand we use. Now we're done for the season because I'm doing this video in October. But it's good for next year. We've got a nice big barn to store this in, so it's going to stay nice and dry over the winter. But I want to talk a minute about the sand that we use in our sealer. Talking about sand here, it's a part of sealer and what most companies call for in their mix. Our company, Naira, they call for 70% sealer and 30% water, and they call for 3 to 5 pounds of sand per gallon. Not just any sand, it has to be a fine sand. We have 70 by 100 mesh sand. So they give you a range of sand, and it ranges in coarseness from very coarse to very fine. And we're somewhere in the middle to the higher end of the fineness of the sand. We find that this particular mesh of sand blends in with the sealer the best and provides a lot of traction and good sticking. All right, so what is this sand? This is silica sand, and it is very dangerous if you breathe it in, so you always need to be wearing a mask. It's very fine and will catch in the wind and blow around, and if it gets on your lungs long term, it's very dangerous. So always wear the proper safety requirements to be using this sand. But this is it right here. It's very fine, and we have a hole in our bag, so we have to address that, but it's very fine sand. Try to get a close up there. So we mix this in with the sealer, 3 to 5 pounds per gallon, and we agitate it very well with the agitators in the truck, and then we go out and we put it down on the driveways and parking lots. And again, this adds a little bit of coarseness, a little bit of roughness to the sealer to give you traction, but it also helps in the wearing of the sealer and helps protect the surface, so the sealer doesn't necessarily wear as fast as it would without sand. And we're talking about how important it is to keep that sand dry. This is a great example of what happens to sand when it's exposed to moisture. This right here, it's real clumpy. Once it gets to this state, it will not mix into the sealer, and it will never dry. It'll never dry out. It will dry, but it will never dry out to the point that it was before it got wet. And you can see a footprint in there. It's just bad news if you get it wet. So if you're mixing sand into your product, or you have a contractor that's mixing sand in the product, make sure that it is absolutely as dry as possible before you do so. That's why we keep it in our big barn here over the winter. We do not want moisture at all getting to that sand, and we go to great lengths to keep it that way. So if you're considering doing seal coating of your own, definitely check into putting sand in your sealer. Not playground sand, that's too coarse, but you want to find some sand here that's really fine like that, that'll mix into your product. And if you have someone coming out to do work on your property, be it a commercial lot or a residential lot, be sure to ask them what kind of sand they're using, because it is part of the sealer. It is what the manufacturers call for, and it's something you definitely want to have in the product that's going down on your property. So thanks again for watching. Hope I informed some people, answered some questions. If you got any more, leave a comment, ask us some questions. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel.